A legal title to land is like a certificate of ownership for a car. It is a formal document that proves who the real owner of a piece of property is. When we say a title is clear, it means there are no problems or questions about who owns it. A clear title shows that the person or company holding it has the full right to the land. This means no one else can come later and say, "This land is actually mine." It is the most important piece of paper for any property because it makes ownership official and legally recognized by the government and the courts. Having a clear title is crucial. Imagine you bought a piece of land, but someone else also had a claim to it from a long time ago. This would create a huge legal mess. A clear title prevents these kinds of problems. It means that all past debts on the land, like old mortgages or taxes, have been paid. It also means there are no other people, like forgotten heirs or previous owners, who can legally claim the property. A clear title gives the owner peace of mind and the security of knowing their ownership is safe and sound, without any hidden surprises waiting. A clear title is established through a process called a title search. During this search, experts look through public records to check the history of the property. They look at every past sale, every loan, and every legal action connected to the land. This detailed investigation helps find any potential issues, which are sometimes called clouds on the title. These clouds could be anything from an unpaid property tax bill to a dispute between neighbors over the boundary line. The goal is to find and fix these issues before the property changes hands, ensuring the new owner gets a clean slate. So in simple terms, a clear legal title is proof of undisputed ownership. It is a clean bill of health for a piece of real estate. It tells the world that the owner has the complete and total right to use, sell, or build on that land without any legal challenges from others. For anyone involved in property, especially builders who invest a lot of time and money into a project, starting with a clear title is the most important first step. It is the solid foundation upon which everything else is built, both literally and legally. It is very important for builders to have a clear legal title before they start any construction. A builder invests a lot of money into a new project. They buy materials, hire workers, and get expensive equipment. If they started building on land they did not truly own, all that money could be lost. For example, if the real owner showed up, they could legally stop the construction. The builder would lose everything they had invested in the project. This is a huge financial risk that no smart builder wants to take. Having a clear title also allows the builder to get the necessary financing and insurance for the project. Banks will not give large loans for construction unless the builder can prove they have the legal right to the land. The land itself is often used as collateral for the loan. If the builder's ownership is not clear, the bank sees it as a very risky investment. Similarly, insurance companies will not cover a project if there are ownership disputes. Without loans and insurance, most large construction projects would be impossible to start, let alone finish. Furthermore, a clear title is needed to get building permits from the local government. Before any construction can begin, a builder must apply for permits. The city or county office that gives out these permits will always ask for proof of ownership. They need to make sure that the person asking to build has the legal authority to do so. This rule protects the community from illegal construction. It also ensures that the person responsible for the building project is the actual owner, who can be held accountable for following all the building codes and safety regulations. Finally, a builder needs a clear title to be able to sell the finished buildings to buyers. When people buy a new house or a new office space, they expect to receive a clear title themselves. If the builder never had a clear title to the land in the first place, they cannot legally transfer ownership to a new buyer. This would make the properties completely unsellable. Therefore, securing a clear title at the very beginning is not just about starting the project, it is also about being able to successfully finish it and sell the final product. The rules are very strict and clear. A builder must provide official documents that prove they own the land or have the right to develop it. This is not just a suggestion, it is a legal requirement. When a builder applies for a permit to build, they must submit these documents to the local planning or building department. This process is a key checkpoint to make sure that every construction project is legal from the very start. The government acts as a gatekeeper to prevent illegal building and protect the public from complicated legal problems down the road. The most common document a builder will use is the deed to the property. A deed is a legal paper that officially transfers ownership from one person to another. A clear deed shows that the builder is the current undisputed owner. Sometimes a builder might not own the land but has a legal agreement to develop it. This could be a long-term lease or a development agreement with the landowner. In these cases, the builder must provide a copy of that signed agreement, which gives them the legal right to build on the property even if they are not the owner. Uploading these documents is now a standard part of the permit application process. In many places, this is done online through a government portal. The builder uploads digital copies of the deed, title report, or development agreements. Officials then carefully review these documents to verify their authenticity. They check that the names and property descriptions are correct and that the documents are properly signed and recorded. This step ensures there is a clear, official record of who has the authority to make changes to the land, creating transparency and accountability. This requirement to show proof is not meant to make things difficult for builders. It is a necessary safeguard. It establishes a clear chain of legal responsibility for the project. If any issues come up during or after construction, everyone knows who the responsible party is. This simple rule of showing your papers protects the builder from future claims, protects the landowner's rights, and ensures the government is permitting a legitimate project. It is a fundamental step in maintaining an orderly and lawful construction industry for everyone involved. These important rules about proving land ownership are not just for the builders. They are designed to protect everyone in the community, especially the people who will buy the new homes or offices. When you buy a property, you are making one of the biggest financial investments of your life. You need to be sure that you are the true owner after you pay for it. Because the builder had to prove their clear title at the start, they can now give you a clear title. This protects your investment and saves you from future legal battles over who owns your home. The rules also protect the community and the neighbors. Imagine if someone could build a large building anywhere they wanted, without proving they owned the land. This could lead to chaos. People could build on public parks, on land that belongs to someone else, or in places that are not safe. By requiring proof of ownership, the city makes sure that construction only happens where it is supposed to. This helps maintain neighborhood plans, protects property values, and prevents disputes between neighbors over boundary lines and land use. Following these steps creates a system of trust and order. It ensures that every new building has a clear, legal history from the ground up. This makes the entire real estate market more stable and reliable. Buyers, banks, and investors can all be confident that the properties they are dealing with are legitimate. This trust is essential for a healthy economy and a well-planned community. When rules are followed, everyone benefits from the predictability and security it brings to property development and ownership. In conclusion, proving ownership is the foundation of responsible building. It protects the builder's investment, makes financing possible, and allows for a legal sale. More importantly, it protects the future buyers and maintains order in the community. These steps ensure that when a new building is finished, it stands on solid ground both physically and legally. For more useful knowledge on topics like this, be sure to follow Rage Learning.